Todd McMitchen here, Director of Generosity by Lifeway. I want to talk to you today about a hot button issue called church debt. And I want to ask the question, how much church debt is the right amount of debt? Now, I know some of you are just fearful that I'm even asking the question, right? Because church debt is viewed, any kind of debt is viewed as wrong. And so I hope you'll hear me out on this one. Ideally, we all want to be in a no debt situation. But I've seen churches with absolutely no debt that struggle with having impact. They're in a decline or plateaued situation. While I've seen churches carrying millions of dollars of debt, baptizing hundreds of people and growing by hundreds and thousands. So then you have to say, well, which church might we rather be leading and serving in that situation? So here's a couple of rules of thumb for you. First, if you're a no debt church, ask yourself the question, what's our vision? Right? Are we having impact? Are we growing? Are we investing? Sometimes we set church debt, being no debt, as the goal. And when we get there, we kind of hold on to that as a trophy. And we've lost our ability to impact. No debt churches should have resources overflowing to invest in the kingdom. Oftentimes, no debt churches can see cost rise in non-productive ways because you have extra income. So as a no debt church, congratulations. But make sure you are being bold with your resource choices and investing in the kingdom, and you're causing multiplied impact. If your church has about 1 time your annual income in church debt, you're in an enviable position because you're really dealing with, do we aggressively pay off the debt to be in a no debt place, or do we consider kind of the next project and getting cash reserves in the bank so we can potentially pay cash and be debt free forever moving forward? So look, be strategic. If your church has 1 time your annual income in debt, you're in a great position. If your church has 2 to 3 times your annual income in debt, then listen, focus on debt reduction. You really need to get that debt down to as close to 1 time your annual income as possible. Get your team in the room, cast the vision, develop a strategy to the next few years. You'll reduce that debt to 1 time, make it an all play for everybody, and show them the reward of how ministry will be advanced in the future in this no debt situation that benefits everybody. Now, if your church has a debt of 4 times or more its annual income, I've seen it many times. I've seen it as high as 10 times your annual income. The focus often is get that debt gone fast, and that is impossible. It's not going to happen. What's most important is 1, you're advancing the kingdom. Number 2, you're freeing up cash flow. 3, you are raising extra income to go to causes that might have been eliminated from your budget because your debt is so high, right? So I would encourage you not to focus on reducing the debt as fast as possible, because you can knock down the debt number, the mortgage principal, the principal a little bit, but you're probably not going to knock down your mortgage payment. So set the debt-free goal aside for a season. Focus on your budget giving, focus on cash reserves, because you're going to have some maintenance issues over the next few years, and you don't want to not be able to fix those. And realize that people still want to give above and beyond, but they're not going to be motivated necessarily to give above and beyond to reduce the debt because it's so large. They will give to causes that help advance and grow your church, and make sure you're staying focused on the kingdom. So listen, there are strategies to be debt-free. We can talk about those in another day, but I wanted to make sure you had some perspective from no debt to extreme debt on some strategies for you. So I hope that's been helpful. Go unleash giving today.